If you want a good board, you get it from a good shaper. For me, what I want to do in kiting is I just want to ride a wave like I do surfing.
So I'm going to chat a little bit about, my experiences getting barreled and what works for me, especially on the kite, because it can be quite hard adding the dynamic of the kite. In terms of technique, surfing opposed to kite surfing, there's not really anything different in your approach or what you're going to do when you're in the tube. Obviously, when you're kite surfing, you've got to try and fly the kite as well, but your body positioning and technique is still going to be pretty similar. Barrel shapes change all the time, and you can get really tight barrels or really hollow barrels. This particular one, it's pretty hollow, but you can still see my body technique is basically fitting perfectly inside there. I'm using my backhand, my trailing hand, to slow me down or speed me up, and I do that by putting it into the wall of the wave. Also see on my board, I'm really centered above my board and really far forward. This gets the best planing speed out of your board and gives you the most drive, which is really important when you're in the barrel. I really like to ride hooked in when I'm trying to get barreled. I think it offers you the opportunity to be able to make your kite get more or less power as you need it while you're in the tube, therefore allowing you to potentially get longer barrels. In terms of kite position, this is the hardest thing, and it's something you really, really need to try and learn how to visualise, because you need to know what's going to happen before it actually happens. What you want is the lines to be coming perfectly out of the barrel. Therefore, you're going to have a lot more chance of getting out of the barrel successfully, and also from having your kite crash into the water. You can see here at this point, I'm sheeting in and sheeting out, trying to get the right speed of the kite and the right power of the kite working with me perfectly so that I can ride the barrel. Now you can see I've brought my kite down low just as I'm bringing it in. You'll see the lines here. Basically what I'm trying to do is have them shoot perfectly out of the barrel. You can see this line here, it's pretty close. I'm not completely spot on here, and the lip is hitting the lines a little bit, but you can certainly tell that's what I'm trying to achieve in this shot. The last second where it has sort of pinched a little bit, it's the lips got hold of the lines, and that's brought the kite down. So I've actually crashed the kite on this one. You can see it out the back of the wave. That's just a perfect example of how precise you need to be with your kite positioning. I was almost there, but I was just slightly off. So in the end, it crashed my kite. Let's have a look at one where I make it. All right, same deal. I'm coming into the wave and I'm sheeting in and out, just adjusting my speed to match the wave. Now I'm slowly bringing my kite down at the same time as doing a little stall. A lot of the time it's easier to stall back into the barrel and control and maintain your speed once you get in the barrel, rather than trying to race into the barrel with a whole heap of speed, because that's when you can potentially outrun your kite. Okay, so you can see here I'm in the barrel now, and I've got my lines perfectly coming out. It's not a deep barrel, but I'm definitely in there, and I've got really good kite position there, and the lip hasn't affected my kite at all. Notice just before I come out, I've got a really nice low centre of gravity right over the middle of the board. You need to have that to maintain your forward motion while you're in the barrel. All right, this is a good example of the height you need your kite to be. Obviously, in this situation, I need a little bit more speed than what I have, so I'm working the kite up and down quite fast. But it's really at about that height is what you need it while you're travelling in the barrel. Because if you have it too much higher, what's going to happen is the lines are going to go through the top of the wave, and at some point the wave is going to overpower your kite and crash it. Now once I've got myself in position and the wave's about to start to barrel, you can see I'm stalling here again, setting my lines so they're going to be hopefully coming perfectly out of the barrel. Like I said before, it's much easier to stall back into the barrel on a kite than what it is going fast into a barrel from behind. While I'm weaving through that barrel, I'm just adjusting my kite slightly by turning it up and down, and then also sheeting it in and out as I need more or less power. There's actually more than a couple of really important techniques in there, but the most important one is flying your kite while you're in the barrel. As soon as your lines hit the lip, that's when things are going to go wrong. So you really need to visualise what you think the wave's going to do so you can position your kite perfectly and have the best chance of making the wave. Visualisation and reading the waves, comes with a lot of practice, so don't be hard on yourself straight away. You need to take time, you need to learn about waves, you need to learn about that particular spot, that particular day, all the other elements involved. So it is a long learning curve, but the reward is as good as it gets when you get one of those sick barrels.